Hi, here we are again. In this video we are going to talk about strategy 3. What is strategy 3? Using suffixes and prefixes. Okay. What is a suffix and what is a prefix? Let's define these two terms. What is the suffix? Suffix is a group of letters added to the end of a word to make a new word. Again, what is the suffix? It is a group of letters added to the end of a word to make a new word. Be careful. To the end of a word. So here, suffix to the end of a word. Why? To make a new word. What about prefix? The prefix is a group of letters added to the beginning of a word to make a new word. Here, prefix to the beginning. Again, suffix to the end of a word to make a new word, and the prefix to the beginning of a word so as to make a new word. Okay? Now, examples of suffixes and their meanings. Before we start talking about this strategy, it's a good idea to talk about examples of suffixes and their meanings. In the first column, you have the suffix. In the second one, you have the meaning. And in the third one, you have the example. Now, let's start with the first one. Full, the suffix F-U-L. What's the meaning of this suffix? It means full of or like. What about the example? We have playful, we have careful, we have useful. We have many words that end with the suffix. What about the second one? Less. What does it mean here, less? Without or lacking. Example, like humorless. And we have other examples like careless, let's say homeless. Okay. Now, what about the third one? A-L. What does the suffix mean? It means related to. What about the example? Personal. Other examples like chemical, industrial, natural. We have many words that end with this suffix. Okay, what about this suffix A-T-I-O-N, which is pronounced as Asian? The meaning is the result of. The example, like communication. We have other examples, by the way. Celebration, telecommunication, transportation. Many words that end with the suffix. Fine. Okay, the next one is IFY, and the meaning is to make. Here we have an example like beautify. We have other examples that end with IFY like modify, clarify, and so on. The last one is ISH, which means like or tending toward. We have an example here, greenish, reddish, boyish, and other examples. Now, after taking a look at these suffixes and their meanings and also the examples that we have, okay, let's go to the next step. Example 1. Let's have examples of these suffixes. Example 1. Let's read the example. I can't stand my friend. Sometimes he looks boyish. Okay, now let's analyze this sentence. The suffix ISH means like or tending toward, as we said before. Do you remember the table, the meaning of the word, the meaning of suffixes, and the examples that we have just introduced? Here, the suffix ISH means like or tending toward. So, the word boyish might mean a person who behaves as boys. Okay, again, so the word boyish might mean here a person who behaves as boys. try to guess the meaning of the followings: reddish, greenish, as we have just done. Okay? Try to follow the same strategy, try to follow the same technique so as to guess the meaning of these words, reddish and greenish. Okay, now let's take a look at the second example. Example 2. You need to have some relaxation. Okay, let's analyze this sentence. The suffix here, ation, means the result of something. Okay. So, the word relaxation might mean result of relaxing. Again, the suffix here, ation, means the result of something. So, the word relaxation might mean result of what? Of relaxing. Now, more words. Try to guess the meaning of communication, acceleration. Don't forget to follow the same strategy that we have just followed. Now, example 3. What is example 3? Because of the disaster, a lot of people became homeless. Okay, what is the suffix here? Less. The suffix less. And what does it mean? It means without. The suffix less means without. So the word homeless means, of course, without home. Why? Because less means without. Now, try to guess the meaning of the following words. Speechless, careless, following the same strategy. Okay? Now, example 4. Let's read the sentence. Hamad is a careful driver. He has never made an accident. Again, Hamad is a careful driver. He has never made an accident. Now, what is the suffix here? It's full, which means full of or like. So the meaning of careful in this sentence might mean takes care. So here when I say Hamad is a careful driver, it means Hamad takes care when he drives his car. This is the meaning of careful. Okay? Now, try to guess the meaning of helpful, playful. Don't forget again to follow the same strategy. Care, careful, help, helpful, play, playful. Now, let's go to example 5. What is example 5? Let's read it. My father has a factory in the industrial zone. My father has a factory in the industrial zone. Okay? What is the suffix here? It is al, which means related to. Again, the suffix here al means related to. So, the word industrial might mean connected with industry. If the suffix al means related to, so the word industrial might mean connected with industry. Okay, now try to guess the meaning of chemical, personal, following the same strategy. Okay, let's take a look at examples of prefixes and their meanings. In the first column, we have the prefix. In the second column, we have meaning. And in the third column, we have example. Now, let's talk about the first one, the first prefix, anti. What does it mean? It means against. The example is antivirus. We have other examples. Let's say antibiotic. It's a kind of medicine, by the way. Okay, the second one is re, which means again. Example, rewrite. Other examples like reread, reorder, rearrange, and so on. Now the next one is Tele. What's the meaning of tele? Distant or far off. Example, telephone. Other examples like we can say telecommunication, telegraph, and so on. Now this, dis, which means apart or not. We have this example, dislike. Other examples like disagree, disadvantage, dishonest, and so on. The next one is micro. The meaning is small, and the example is microscope, microwave, and so on. The prefix, the next one is ill, which means not. We have this example, illegal. We have also illiterate. The next one, ir, which means again not. The example is irregular. We have other examples like irresponsible, and so on. Now, after taking a look at this table, which talks about prefixes and their meanings and the examples that we have, let's have example 1. I completely disagree with you. I think such ideas don't work with them. Again, let's read the example carefully again. I completely disagree with you. I think such ideas don't work with them. Okay. Now the prefix here, this or dis, means not. So here the prefix means not. The prefix this means not. So the word disagree might mean don't agree. If the prefix this means not, so the word disagree might mean don't agree. Okay, for example, when you say something, okay, and I say, I disagree with you, it means I don't agree with you. Okay? Now, try to guess the meaning of disappear, dishonest, following the same strategy. Now, example 2. What is example 2? I think there is a bug in my computer, so a new antivirus program needs to be installed. Again, let's read the sentence again. I think there is a bug in my computer, so a new antivirus program needs to be installed. What is the prefix that we have here in this sentence? The prefix anti, which means against. So the word antivirus might mean, what do you think? It might mean a kind of program that protects computers from viruses. Try to guess the meaning of anti-aircrafts, antisocial. Anti-aircrafts, antisocial. Don't forget, the meaning of anti means against. Antivirus, a kind of program that protects computer from viruses. So here try to follow the same strategy so as to guess the meaning of anti-aircrafts and antisocial. Okay, now let's move to example 3. I will telephone you as soon as I arrive. Again, I will telephone you as soon as I arrive. The prefix here, tele, which means distant or far off. So the word telephone might mean to make a call from a long distance. Now, to make it clearer, look here. Tele means far away or far off, and phone means sound. So try to guess. Tele means far away and phone sound. So here, telephone, it means, okay, got it? Okay. Now try to guess the meaning of telecommunicate, television, following the same strategy. Be careful here. Telecommunicate, tele, which means far away, and communicate. Okay? Tele, far away, communicate. Now, As well, television. Okay, tele means far away, and vision, you know what's the meaning of vision? A kind of image we get, let's say, about anything. So here try to guess the meaning of television and telecommunicate following the same strategy. What about example 4? The teacher asked us to rewrite the report. The teacher asked us to rewrite the report. The prefix here, re, which means again, re. Okay, sometimes your teacher says rewrite, redo, reread, and so on. So the word rewrite might mean to write again. Here, re means again, and write, you know the meaning of write. So here, to rewrite, it means to write again. When I say, for example, rearrange, it means arrange again. When I say reread, what does it mean? Re means again. So here, reread means read again, and so on. Now try to guess the meaning of reorder, recycle. Reorder, you know what's the meaning of order? Now, reorder, recycle. I think you see such a sign or such a word in certain areas, recycle. When we talk about, let's say, waste, let's say plastic bags and these things, recycle. Try to guess, following the same strategy. Okay, example 5. Let's read it. It is illegal to park your car in front of the emergency entrance. Okay, it is illegal to park your car in front of the emergency entrance. The prefix here is ill, which means not. Okay, if the prefix ill means not, so the word illegal might mean not legal or against the law. When I say, for example, okay, you want to start smoking in a certain area, in a public place, and I say to you, it is illegal to smoke here. What does it mean? It means it is against the law to smoke here. It is prohibited. It means it's not allowed. Okay? Now try to guess the meaning of illogical, logical, illogical, legible, illegible. So here the prefix is ill, and here you have to follow the same strategy so as to guess the meaning of these words, which start with the prefix ill. Okay, my dear students, it's time for quiz. Are you ready? Okay, let's do it. Use the suffixes and prefixes to guess the meaning of the underlined words. So what are you going to do is use the suffixes and prefixes to guess the meaning of the underlined words. Here are the sentences. Let's start with the first one. I disagree with you. The internet has many negative effects on teenagers. What is the word that you are going to guess? What is the targeted word you are going to guess? It's disagree. How are you going to guess this word? Or how are you going to guess the meaning of this word? By using the prefix and suffix strategy. And what do we have here? Do we have prefix or suffix? We have the prefix. What is this prefix? This, which means not. That's right. Okay, so now I'm giving you some hints. I'm giving you some clues so as to follow my strategy. Okay, let's read the second one. Ali is a helpful student. He lends his friend money. Okay, what do we have here? Do we have a prefix or a suffix? Of course, we have a suffix. Why a suffix? Because it is in the end or at the end of the word that we are going to guess. And what is it? It's full. And try to remember what we talked about before. Okay? Helpful, careful, which means full of. When I say careful, Ahmed is a careful driver, means Ahmed drives carefully. When he drives his car, he takes care. Now here, what about this sentence? Ali is a helpful student. He lends his friend money. And try to use this sentence. He lends his friend money. Now what about the third one? Jane is irresponsible. What do we have here? We have the prefix IR or ir. What does it mean when I say irresponsible? Try to remember what we talked about. We talked about, let's say, an example which says irregular, which means not. What about this? Responsible, irresponsible. Try to follow the same strategy. Now, what about number 4? The new students' jokes are humorless. What do we have here? We have the we have the suffix less. Homeless. Many people became homeless, which means without homes. Try to use this. The new students' jokes are humorless. Try to follow the same strategy. Number 5, it's very difficult for me to know the irregular verbs. Ir here means not, so try to guess the meaning of irregular. Like the third one, responsible, irresponsible. Now, what about number 6? Our teacher always tries to simplify things for us. Okay, the suffix here is ify. Try to guess the meaning, okay, of this word by using the same or by following the same strategy. Number 7. I have to rearrange the whole task. Reorder, rewrite, which means write again. Now you have to follow the same strategy. What does it mean here when I say I have to rearrange the whole task? Okay, the last one. Ajman University has many international students. The suffix here is al, which means related to. Do you remember the example we talked about? Industrial, chemical, and so on. Here, international. When I say Ajman University has many international students, try to guess the meaning of international by following the same strategy. By this, we have come to the end of our quiz. I want you to please go over these sentences and try to guess the meaning of these words by using the prefixes and suffixes strategy. Okay? Thank you very much. Wish you good luck. See you in the next video. Thank you very much.